Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today I would like to present a breakfast recipe, pancakes. I have posted a couple different versions of pancakes, but why not one more? The more the merrier. You can try them all and decide which one is the best for you. I will be using kefir instead of milk today. Well, it has lots of probiotic, so it's actually very good for you. My children get a couple things they like the most and they get stuck on those items. So I'm trying very hard to create different things to open up their taste buds and minds to try new flavors. So pancakes today using kefir. So it's a little different, but very simple, not too many ingredients. You don't have to wait too long for them and they do taste really good. Welcome to my kitchen and thank you for watching. And for the pancakes today, I will need 2 cups of kefir, which should be room temperature. So it's good to take it out a couple hours before you actually start making those. 2.5 cups of all-purpose flours with that. It should be around 375 grams. 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 large egg and egg yolk, and vanilla extract. And these are the ingredients I need for today. And again, room temperature. So those 2 cups of kefir, 1 egg and egg yolk, sugar, brown sugar works best, and a few drops of vanilla extract. Okay, and I will just use the whisker and make sure that the egg is mixed well with the kefir. Okay, once the eggs are mixed with the kefir and sugar, and you see because there will be one solid color, you won't see any different patches of the egg. Then slowly pour the flour in. So the butter will be like waffle butter. And I will come closer to show you. And on the end, I will add the baking soda and baking powder. Okay, so it's pretty thick. Once you don't see the clumps, then cover and leave it to rest for about 15-20 minutes. Okay, and I will come closer now to show you. I don't see any clumps no more, so it doesn't take that long. So this is ready to be covered, and some of you might say, hey, that was not enough of sugar. But remember, you can put maple syrup on it and powdered sugar on the end. So think about it, because if you put more sugar, then it might be a little bit too sweet on the end once you put the maple syrup and powdered sugar on top. But again, everybody has different taste buds, and if you like very sweet things, you are welcome to put more. Okay, I will see you in about 15-20 minutes now. Okay, time to warm up the oil. So I have it on high, and once it is hot, I will put it to medium. Usually when I make pancakes, I need tablespoons of oil for a pan. This time I have a little bit more, about 250 milliliters of oil on that pan. And again, after resting, you can see the bubbles started popping, and it is pretty thick. My pan is about 12 inches. I should be able to fit about 5 of them, but no more than 5. And now it's time to put it on medium. It should take about 3 minutes on one side. If your pancakes get brown too quickly, then lower the temperature. Then lower the heat. Okay, and the first batch is almost done. If you have your temperature right, those won't take much oil in. They will be fluffy, almost like donuts. Light and fluffy, almost like donuts. My kids will be so thrilled. So the key here is for the oil not to go in those pancakes. The temperature has to be right. The oil has to be hot at first and then medium. If you make it too low, well, unfortunately, the oil will sink in. Keep it on medium. Don't make it low medium, but keep it on medium, unless they go and get burned too fast, get brown too fast. So depending on the pan you have, but the oil temperature is the key if you want fluffy pancakes without the oil in. Okay, so now I want to put high heat again, just so when I start, and then as soon as the pancakes are in, I put it on medium again. I think I'm gonna do 4. I don't want to overcrowd it. Okay, and now medium. And about 3 minutes again. They will be soft on the inside and crunchy on the outside. My kids will think those are donuts. The last 3, I tried to create some kind of a design. I'm not a very good artist, I guess, but my kids will have fun with it. And one important thing, please do not make it too thick. If you make it too thick, they might not be done on the inside. Okay, and cut one in half to show you up close. You should have about 18 to 20 of those pancakes. Well, depends how big you make them, but okay, here is an up close look, and you can see how fluffy. Crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. Thank you for watching. Smacznego. Until next time. I would like to let you know why I am a big fan of using scale instead of the cups. I do put measurements in cups, so it's easier. As you know, I'm from Europe, so everything for me is in grams. And here in United States, any recipes you have is usually in cups. But I want you to pay attention to one thing, so take it as a tip. I learned by mistakes because I've done it before. So I have put together a flour, the same flour, all-purpose flour, into the same measuring cups. Exactly 2 cups in here and exactly 2 cups in here. But I want to measure it using the scale and show you if there is a difference and how much of a difference it can be. So here is the first 2 cups of flour, as you can see, 2 cups. And here is exactly 2 cups, all around, no cheating. And I will turn on, and there's nothing here, my scale. So it's set to 0. Maybe I should show you. So it's set to 0. If you can see. Okay, and I will put the first 2 cups in. And it says it is 248 grams. So now I will take this into a different cup, and it's empty. Put it back. It comes back to 0. And now the other 2 cups. All of it. And this one is 314. So now you can see that 2 cups are not created equal, right? They do not measure on a scale the same. So why is that? Well, it's all about handling the flour. If we are gentle with it, the flour is fluffy, it's light, and then 2 cups, nice fluffy flour. If you handle the flour, shake it, kind of bang it, on the surface somewhere, it loses its volume because it becomes dense. So you keep adding to have exactly 2 cups, right? Well, but it's much, much more heavier. It's much, much more flour that you need. So if you ever had a cake and you tried to follow the measurements and directions and the cake wasn't quite the way you hoped, it wasn't as fluffy, it wasn't as delicate, it wasn't as soft, well, maybe because there was too much flour. So it's just a tip, and I hope you will find it helpful to kind of pay attention to how we handle flours. I know how it is when you bake something and you put your heart into it, time into it, and then it doesn't come out the way you hope for. And it's frustrating. So I hope this helps. Thank you for watching.